Okay, we've got Mr. Hawk. We're reading and annotating. He has a gift card. Every day he uses it to purchase a large pumpkin spice latte. The balance, okay, now we're getting to the important stuff. The balance on the card can be found using this equation, okay, where B is his balance, his money, and P is the number of lattes he buys. So B is the balance, P is the number of lattes. What's independent, and how do you know? We're going to do both. Yeah, it should say independent and dependent. So, independent variable. Independent, I-N-D. Okay, the independent variable. What is he in control of here? Is he in control of how much money is left on the card, or is he in control of the number of lattes that he buys? He controls the number of lattes. He goes in and he says, I want 1 latte or I want 2 lattes. He doesn't go in and say, I need $8 left on my card. That wouldn't make sense to anybody. So number of lattes is going to be your independent variable, meaning the dependent variable, the thing that depends on that, is how much money is left on the card. So that's going to be the remaining balance on the gift card. The balance depends on how many lattes you buy. Remaining balance on the gift card. Okay? Now you need to create your table. I set it up for you. At least I drew it out for you. But you have to fill in everything. So what's going to be your X? What's going to be your Y? What's going to go in the middle? Okay? We just said that our X, our independent, is the number of lattes. So that goes on this side. So that means our Y, we said, is the balance. What goes in the middle? Not the entire equation, but the expression, everything after the equal sign. 35 minus 2P. What is P again? They said P is the number of lattes, okay? So they're not calling it X, they're calling it P. And they want our table to be for the first 5 lattes. So we need our X values to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That extra row is there on purpose. You're going to need it. So now you just have to do the math and see how much money he's got. He started with $35. That's why it says 35 minus. So 35 minus 2, what's the first number of lattes? It's 1. That's 35 minus 2. He'll have $33 left on his card after he buys 1 latte in this super cheap Starbucks, I guess. It's only $2. So now, after 2 lattes, I'm going to do 35 minus 2. What's my P value here? It's 2. Remember, they're not calling it X, they're calling it P. That's okay. 35 minus 4, he's got 31. Again, we're just subtracting by 2. I know it's easy to do in your head, but we're going to do the math because sometimes the numbers won't always be so easy. So now we have 35 minus 6. He's down to 29. Then we have 35 minus 2 times 4. That's 35 minus 8. That's $27 left. And then we have 35 minus 2 times 5, which is 10. So after 5 lattes, he will have $19 left on this gift card. You've got 2 more parts of this problem. The next part says, I'm not going to move my, it's okay. If you were to create a graph, at what point would represent the balance after buying 8 lattes? So that's what that last part of the graph was for, okay? But I'll do it right here. So if I had 8, and then it's 35 minus 2P. So if I have 35 minus 2 times 8, that's 35 minus 16 That would be 19. So what point would represent the balance? Okay, so 819 is the point. Explain your answer. 819 represents the balance after buying 8 lattes. Period. There would be $19 left on the gift card. Okay? Last part. The point 20 negative 5 makes the equation true, meaning B equals 35 minus 2p. Okay? This is my number of lattes, and this is my balance. So negative 5 does equal 35 minus 2 times 20. That is a true statement, okay? If I plugged in, you know, those numbers, when I plug them in, they work. But does this point make sense given the context? Okay? So this is why you need to understand what your points mean. So what does the point 20 negative 5 represent? 20 negative 5 represents a balance of what? Negative $5. After buying 20 lattes. Does this make sense? No, it doesn't make sense, because once you run out of money, they're not going to let you keep using the gift card. That's not how life works. So it doesn't make sense, because the gift card, you can't use the gift card for more than the original balance, or the gift card can't have a negative balance. However you want to explain that, but make sure you have a complete sentence. It does not make sense. Because a gift card, how do I want to say it? I'll just say it can't have a negative balance. Once you get to 0, you're done. But is he ever going to get to 0? He started with $35. These lattes are $2. No. He can buy 17 lattes. That's 34. So he's going to be walking around with $1 on this gift card that he can't do anything with, unless, you know, the super cheap Starbucks has something that you can buy for $1. But no, this point does not make sense. It is time for the exit ticket. I did a little video previewing how to do the exit ticket, so please watch it. It's only 53 seconds, just to make sure you don't mess anything up, okay? Take your time, do your best.